Maybe your computer needs a restart. Maybe there's some weird Windows update.
Okay, and we're live. I think, yeah.
Hey.
Okay, so welcome back to Bad and Show. I think we're on episode 19 right now, and it's been quite a week this week.
Well, I guess it depends on your definition.
Yeah, I guess we did the Mega Hobby stream. We still need to do a second one because I checked again and they did update all those like figures that were missing the last time.
Yep. So I guess the current plan is for tomorrow, correct?
Yeah, I think we should do it tomorrow.
So look forward to that.
Yeah.
And
And we also got a big shipment of stuff that we still need to put up the unboxing video.
Yeah, there's quite a lot. So actually, I was busy before this, dealing with that.
Yeah. And I did my fourth Takemikazuchi stream, like that purple man from Muv-Luv, and I thought I was gonna finish it, but turns out there's like way more parts for the sub arms and things than I expected. So I'm probably gonna need to do another stream for that.
Do you think one more, or like, is there gonna be a sixth one?
Hopefully just one more. But yeah, so like, because of all those things, like I guess we didn't watch as like all the anime we usually did like each week.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess as usual we should start with Mobage, although we're kind of having a lull in between events right now, right?
There's not too much, like... Well, I guess we could start off with the Precone.
Yeah, oh yeah, frequently I did that new update with the Sanctuary Sanctum.
Something like that.
So you can actually grind those new hearts for unique weapons, and it's like, god damn it, like, they keep adding more and more things to grind, and like, it feels like it never ends.
Yeah. Like, I didn't realize those things required fragments too. So, like, oh...
The memory shards?
Yeah. So, for, like, the characters I 5-star, I kind of stopped grinding them.
Yeah, especially,
So...
like... Yeah, I would have like Pecorine at 5-star, then I stopped grinding her memory shards, and turns out she's one of like the super meta people with like unique equipment.
Yeah, so it's like, oh. Well, I guess you also need them for 6-star eventually too, or something.
Oh yeah, I think so.
So it's like, oh, okay. I guess I'll keep grinding. Yeah. But yeah, I have a decent number of the actual like hard things. Just only a few characters have enough memory things to actually upgrade.
Oh.
I'm kind of hesitant to do it though because those cost like 3 full ones to upgrade, I think. And I'm currently only sitting at 14, I think.
I have even less than
that.
I have,
actually, it might be more than that because of the little like fragments of hearts.
I haven't been doing the Tower of Luna thing, so I'm even like further behind than you are.
Yeah.
And then like the Sanctum Sanctuary, I think you like there's 2 stages and you get like 5 attempts each per day, so it's 10 cents per day.
Yeah.
And I only get like 2 or 3 fragments, and you need 10 of them for a full heart.
That sounds about right for me too. So yeah. Well, I think it should be coming up again at later in the month, though.
The Luna thing?
Yeah. So it's kind of a pain. I guess that's the only real major update. The current, I was gonna say Halloween, but it's not Halloween. Christmas. Yeah.
Same thing.
It's definitely the same holiday. Anyway, that one's still going. I think it should be ending in a day or 2, something like that.
2 days or something like that.
Yeah. I think that's basically it as far as the Precone goes. And then
Fako, we're still... Well, we got that like Tamamo PV.
Yeah, so I guess the current event ended, but then like they did do that PV on like a few days ago or something like that.
Yeah, but like you update the app and then you go in and it just starts playing this like promotional video of like all the different like Tamamo Koyanskaya outfits in the last build.
Yeah.
So she has like what, like 10 outfits or something. At this
Something
point.
ridiculous.
And then like teasing new event at late December. So people, I think it's something about the Tankaska event or something in Russia where like in the real world, I think it was like 1906.
Something around there.
Like early 1900s where this like giant like meteorite like, exploded and like flattened the whole like for part of a forest.
Yeah.
And there's something about like killing primates thing. So
yeah,
I guess kind of like primate murder.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm assuming it's gonna be a big one since they've been hyping it.
Yeah, and it shows that kind of weird like fire signal in the sky thing. That I think it looked like the beast form Tamamo that we had to fight in one of the last nodes.
I have a feeling some variant of that will appear. Yeah. Well, I think like the one we fought so far in the story is like not even the complete one or something like that.
Oh. What about the one we summoned? Like, what does that even count as?
I wonder. I'm confused.
Yeah, so are we gonna fight like a super beast Tamamo, or is it? But then, like, there's also the thing about like beast Tamamo and Mother Harlot being two sides of the same coin, sort of thing.
Maybe. I could also be wrong. I might have misremembered the numbers. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, what if like surprise Mother Harlot?
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Like, surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm worried about that one. But I guess it's late December, so we still have a while. And, oh yeah, I guess the important thing about that is I think you have to beat Avalon for that one, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess if you haven't gone there, get grinding, guys. Actually, you're still behind, right?
Yeah, I haven't really touched Avalon yet.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, actually, with the recent Tamamo update for the PV, they also added a few things in the shop. The little, like, blue repeat things.
I've still never used any of those yet.
See, I'm kind of pissed off. I have to use them one time.
Is it the big fluffy fight thing?
Yeah. I tried so many attempts to kill it without any continues, but yeah.
Oh yeah, and with the main story stuff, like if you pass it, you can't come back and redo it either, right?
Yeah. So I really wanted to clear it out, like, what do you call it, legit.
Yeah.
I think my closest attempt was with what do you call it, Van Gogh.
Oh right, you got the debuff, whatever thing.
Yeah, like her attack was ridiculous with all the curses like that she had on her. But unfortunately, like I feel like her passive skill needs an update. Where I think currently she can't. She'll always have like 1 HP left after being like damaged by curse. But I think what it should be is that she's immune to curse.
Would that make her too OP though?
Well, in most situations, it doesn't make that much of a difference. In this particular one, it would have made a giant difference because she would have. I'm pretty sure I would have been able to kill that thing if she didn't die from curse first.
Oh.
Was it curse or? I think it's curse and not like the other effects that are similar. But I'm sad.
Yeah. And Genshin still having pretty cool like Frozen Mountain event thingy. Like lore-wise, there's quite a lot of like things being revealed about. There's this famous character, 5-star Albedo, and he's basically just like created homunculus by one of the people from this like surviving civilization that got wiped out by the gods 500 years ago. And then like apparently there's like another like this kind of, well, not exactly replica because I'm not exactly sure yet if there's like they're both created at the same time or if like one came before the other, but he's kind of like the complete one, and then there's like a failed one, and the failed one's like being like what's the word, doppelganger.
Oh yeah, like are they intentionally doing stuff with the like impersonation, that type of thing?
Yeah, like impersonator, and like harassing other people. So, like you got suspected for a while, and then they had to do this like mirror match fight thing for a bit. And the event's still going on, so there's still more story that I haven't like covered up to yet. But it seems pretty cool. Also, they're really going with the whole like Eula and Ember ship. Like Eula already had, like in Eula's like character story, like she already had this very like Yuri sort of thing going on with Ember, and like in this event, like they're both like two of the like the main cast for the event story wise, and they're really like pushing up the Yuri goggles.
Is it something, do you think, like the developers are taking into account, like fan stuff? I guess.
I think so. Like it feels like rather like overt, and I heard supposedly like MiHoYo like does likes to put a lot of like Yuri subtext into other games too.
Oh. So sometimes I wonder, should I have started that Honkai like when I was getting bombarded by all those ads like, a few years ago.
I still wonder if I should play it because like supposedly like the lore and stuff like intersects or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like that's a smart move because I guess it's the same way with Fate. It's like once you get sucked up, it's like, oh, I gotta check out these other stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I guess technically it's not. It's more like Type Moon, but Fate is by far the biggest part at this point.
Well, technically, like, all the other Type Moon stuff is getting like wrapped up into Fate too.
I mean, technically, but like, it's it's funny because that's not even the first Type Moon thing.
Yeah.
But it just kind of subsumed everything else.
Yeah. I mean, we've got like Chiki and Fate Go.
Yeah. But anyway, that's a different matter.
But yeah, seeing Eula in the event story like makes me really want to roll for her, but then it's still gonna save up my pity for Ganyu, I think.
Any more confirmation or fake confirmation?
Like, we're pretty sure it's gonna be the 2.4 update, I think. So like six more months from now. I mean, no, not 6 more. 6 more weeks.
Oh, I was gonna say, whoa, 6 months.
So 6 weeks. Wait, no, I guess it'll be less. What's the 2.3 update? Was came out like a week or two ago. So about.
So 6 weeks after that.
So about a month from now would be 2.4.
Would that be New Year's too?
Yeah, New Year's I think it corresponds with like the Lantern Rite thingy. So they think Lantern Rite they might be bringing like Xiao and Ganyu reruns together, possibly. And then they already confirmed that like we get a new characters, Shenhe and Yunjin, like that like opera singer person I think you would like.
Oh.
So you should play before like she comes out.
Maybe.
And then like Shenhe has like hot cryo mummy that I really want to, but then it's like, oh, should I get her or should I get Ganyu? But then like because I already have the beta test going on with like Shenhe and Yunjin, like, and like people have been testing out their kits, and apparently like, Shenhe is like really kind of shitty.
Oh. Are these public made, or are these like, are you allowed to share, or is it more like people leaking?
They're leaks.
Oh. Why are they so bad?
Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of leaks from like the beta, and then there's also like leaks from like insider info and stuff too that comes out every once in a while. Like sometimes the leaks are sketchy, sometimes they're not. But then like there are some like reputable leakers in the community that like, people keep an eye on. So like when leaks get posted on the like subreddit for leaks, they have a tag like okay, this one's like reliable, this one's like questionable, and then they have like cross reference like different people's reputations and stuff.
That's pretty goofy.
Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Man, I want Shenhe to be good because like she has such a cool like cryo mummy design and that like hip window on the sides that I showed you before.
Other characters have hip windows, right?
Yeah, like it's side hip windows. I don't think I've seen this before. I mean, like Nero has that like butt window at the back, but this one is like diamond hip windows on the sides.
Oh my god.
So I really want her to be good, but like she's might be kind of sucky.
Eh.
So I might just have to like save everything for Ganyu instead because Ganyu like we already know Ganyu's like broken as hell. Actually, Ganyu's probably one of the reasons why they've been like making like lackluster kits because they don't want another like Ganyu situation.
Oh man. Is this just like Castoria? Or Scotty, I guess. Actually, no, Scotty's a bigger like, oh, we gotta make sure no Quickservant is good anymore.
Kind of like that. Well,
not like bad, but
The thing is, Ganyu, you can use her as like a main DPS that's like constantly shooting on field. You can use her as like a support DPS, and you can even use her as like just a support character. So she does everything.
Damn.
So she's kind of like Castoria plus, I don't know, some other like arts attacker rolled into one. Koyanskaya? Well, Koyanskaya isn't as like broken as Castoria, I feel, because Buster by inherently can't loop, but yeah. But yeah, a lot of stuff needed. I need more gems, I need more quartz. Gacha is suffering as always.
So I guess Gacha may be happening in multiple games in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess because we have less than a month left, so it's gonna be New Year's Gacha, Fate Go.
Oh yeah, the guarantee thingy. Well, there's also gonna be like Christmas event too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that, but I think Christmas event should be before the new Tamamo event.
What if the Tamamo Gacha is also the New Year Gacha?
It could be.
Well, it's like every year. I mean, there's like the guaranteed gacha, but there's also the New Year's banner where they release a new servant.
Usually, like New Year's is.
It's always a pretty like significant character being released.
Well, yeah. New Year's and Anniversary are the two big ones for like introducing characters.
Yeah, because like past New Year's we got Muramasa, we got Hoks. I think. Wait, was it Hokusai? Yeah, I think Hokusai was a New Year's. I think Yang Guifei was also a New Year's thing.
I believe she's New Year's too.
Yeah, and then. Oh yeah, Musashi, one of my favorite characters to use in Fate Go, is also a New Year's servant.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see. So, yeah, we'll definitely stream that.
Yeah. Do you have enough quartz?
Well, I mean, for guaranteed I have to go get some paid quartz.
Yeah. And I guess technically the other stuff isn't guaranteed, but yeah.
Well, I guess depending on how things line up,
in the wise words of Yuki Aoi, Every gacha is a guaranteed gacha if you keep rolling hard enough.
Is it really?
Yuki always says so it must be true.
Okay. The voice of God, I guess. But yeah, I think that's it for game stuff.
Yeah. Okay, and then like no, I finally caught up to 86. Well, yeah, I think I already talked about 86 last. Yeah, I think I finished reading it before our previous podcast.
Oh, you mean like you caught up to it at that point?
Yeah, the English light novels.
Okay, so there's not really anything to add, I guess.
Yeah. And other stuff, so I've been finally getting to read like other series that I've put on hold for a while, which is pretty fun. Although most of them are also like long running series, so not really much point in talking about, I guess. But there's this one that just came out that I really like. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Endo and Kobayashi Live, latest on Tsundere Villainous Liselotte. So this is a really interesting take on the whole like isekai thing, where like no one actually got isekai as like transported over, but basically the inside this otome game, the prince guy, like who's like one of the main love interests.
Mm-hmm.
Like his family has been capable of like hearing the voices of the gods for a long time, and then for some reason, like while like in the real world, like our world,
okay,
there's this like boy and girl like playing this like otome game together, and then like they decide to like do like commentary while playing it. So like,
okay,
but it's a part of the school like broadcasting club, so they're like, oh, let's practice for that by like doing like fun commentary. And
so
then
streaming.
yes, well not
not literally, but kind of the same sort of thing, maybe.
yeah. So they say like, oh, we have the play-by-play commentator Endo, and then we have the color commentary Kobayashi. And so while they were doing that, like the prince, like for some reason, like his powers allow him to hear that, so he's like, oh, I hear the voices of the gods, and so this blonde character like Liselotte.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I guess I need to move the mouse down here. Yeah. Man, like she's just so cute. So like the characters in our world really love her too, because she's just a tsundere, but she just like like you know what her like her real thoughts are, then like she's like this like really adorable cutesy character, but she also has a really tragic end, because she's kind of like Macarena, where like almost every round like she ends up dying.
Yeah.
Like she gets possessed, like because of her like her love for the prince and stuff. Like she gets jealous over the heroine, so she gets possessed by this old witch thingy, and so she has to like be put down in every route except for like the reverse harem route.
Damn.
Where everyone, including her, like falls for the heroine. But yeah, so like it was so the prince guy, like yeah, I guess most of the story is from his perspective, but he was basically walks in on like the heroine and the villainess, like the villainess is chewing out the heroine in the garden, and he's like, oh man, like my fiance is like being such a bitch again, and then he hears these voices of like the commentators playing like, oh Liselotte, why are you doing this? You're just making the misunderstanding worse. And like, oh look, she's seriously secretly like actually like you're cheering the heroine on. Oh hey Nekoti Imoto, thank you for coming. Yeah, I'm just talking about this light novel that like I recommended to you earlier this week. But yeah, like so like while the people in our world are commentating like oh like Liselotte, you should do this, you should do that, and then like the prince was like, wait guys, are you the gods? And the people in our world were like, wait, shit, he can hear us.
Oh, I was gonna ask like, oh, is he just like operating as like, you know?
Yeah.
So, I guess in some sense they can communicate.
Yeah, he just hears it as like this bodiless like voice just like echoing through the sky.
Okay, so we don't like see some like big giant heads like in the sky.
No. But yeah, like his like what do you call it? His royal bloodline already had like recorded his powers before. Like he was like people already like accepted it as a thing.
Wait, records? Does that mean that like prequel games?
Well, there's supposed to be a god in universe that talks to his bloodline.
Okay.
But now he's getting the quote unquote gods, which are just like a pair of like teenagers like playing the ultimate game, like talking to him.
Got it.
So yeah, like because of that, like they explain to him like, oh, like Liselotte is just this thing called a tsundere, and like, oh, like she's trying to do this, but that's just because like she's too shy, and like, oh, you like look closer, like it looks like she's bullying the heroine, but she keeps like, but like even though she says like oh, heroine, you shouldn't use this thing, like throw this like throw this wand away, blah blah, but she keeps giving like, oh, here's just like a hand me down, oh, here's this like this clothes that I don't need anymore, whatever, but like it's actually like brand new and stuff. And then because of that, like the prince starts seeing all the cutesy things that Lizelot does, and he's like, oh my god, my fiance is so cute, and he starts like falling in love with her like for real.
Okay. What was I gonna say? So it's like, oh, why these particular two though? Because I guess presumably other people would be playing this game. Or is this like a special copy? Or you don't know yet, that sort of thing?
We don't know yet, because there's the two teenagers, high schoolers.
Yeah.
Like there's a girl and a guy, and also sometimes we get like stuff from their perspective too, and they're such a really cute couple, and well, not couple yet. Like the guy has a big crush on her.
Okay, yeah.
And like because like there was a time when like he was like devastated and depressed because he got in an accident and couldn't play baseball.
Okay.
And like she was the one who like stayed by his side and like let him like cry his eyes out and comforted him. So like it's a very sweet thing. Like they're such good people. Sounds cute. Yeah, they're really cute. And the girl was already a fan, like 100% completed the game already.
Okay, yeah.
And none of this happened. And then she sent it to him, and like, he was, and she sent him like the fan base that shows like the diary for Lizelot first, which is how like she also got him to understand like how cute Lizelot is.
Yeah.
And I think they were trying to like they were discussing about how like, oh, like it's so sad, like in none of the routes like she gets to be happy at all, so they want to make a route where she can be happy, and then they started playing it together. And it was just when they started playing together and started doing this commentary thing that suddenly this whole like talking across worlds thing happened.
Okay.
So like it didn't happen before that, and also like there's specific save of the game, like it became weird too, where all the like the save data gets all weird, and like they couldn't really control the game any much. Like they can only like watch the cutscene and then talk to the characters as it happens.
Okay.
And all they can do is like save and load from the same point each time. So like something weird went on with like the whole power thing.
I'm assuming what happened is they simp so hard they made their own Dojin version.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
But yeah, but so like talking to them and like seeing like characters react to them, they also start like get sinking into like, oh, like this seems like a real thing and not just like just some glitch or whatever.
Okay. This is just making me think Star Trek. Oh, one of those like common things that happen in Star Trek a lot is like, oh, holo program, suddenly it becomes real, sort of, and like they become self-aware, that sort of thing. That happens quite frequently. It's a terrible like security risk. Like yeah, the holograms take over ships more frequently than it should happen.
Like you'd think like after the first time they would do something to like prevent that from happening.
Well, yeah, but the problem with TV is, like, you need to create conflict. And one of those things that happen for the writers, like, oh, we need some easy thing. Holodeck issue.
Damn.
I don't know, it seems awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I need a holographic waifu.
Man, I think of Archer, that like the mad scientist created like holographic waifu.
Oh, yeah.
He even had the Dakimakura and like cardboard cutout.
What a guy.
That was cool. We can watch Archer again. But yeah, and then the heroine, like Fian, like she's also like super cute too. Like, although like she's, you usually think of her like typical otaku game heroine, like they're cutesy and small and they're adorable and they're weak, and in the as like this usual trope, like, oh, she's like has this like healing magic, whatever. Heal. Like what even is heal? But yeah, like in for some reason in this iteration. This cutesy heroine, she's monkey.
Monkey? Oh, monkey.
So like she already has like really high physical stats, and then she does this thing that I actually wrote this like for like some of my characters to do this that I really like too, where like, you know how like healing magic always has like, oh, like you buff someone, you give them strengths up, whatever, blah 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 thingy. Yeah. She has only like monkey strengths, and then she buffs herself, and then she just like punches the shit out of people.
So she becomes King Kong.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like, so she's like this. So even though she's like this like commoner student or whatever in the academy, she's this mega powerhouse that can like beat the shit down out of like other like experienced soldiers and stuff.
Does she fight like a monkey?
Yeah, she punches people. She's just monkey. Oh, okay. She's just monkey out on everyone.
Ah, sweet.
And then like she's poor. Like she has to go. She goes to like the mountains behind the school where like there's like monsters and stuff.
Okay.
And she just hunts them for meat.
Okay.
So it's sort of like funny.
Does she just eat it raw, like rah, 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 rah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she's a super glutton too, and like one of the princess like best friends, like he's from this family that has like power in the church, and he's probably gonna be like the future like hope priest, but whatever their equivalent is.
Okay.
And like, but he's also a huge playboy and like hits on everyone.
Okay.
So like he was hitting on the heroine, like, hey, how about you become a nun and we can get married and have this like good life in a church, and the heroine just like dot.
Wait, is that how nuns work?
Some
Okay.
some weird thing. Like,
Okay.
well, priests are allowed to marry as long as like it's someone who's also a priestess or whatever, something like that.
Okay.
So he was like, oh, how about we do this? Because like he's a playboy, like flirts with everyone. And then Heron's like dot. I heard priests aren't allowed to eat meat, and like, yeah, there's kind of a rule like that, but and she's like, yeah, no. It just like turns him down like, completely, and he's like, I've never been turned down by meat in my life. But yeah, like, they're such good people. Like that, like Lisa Lotte is like just so adorable, even though she's like tsundere. Like, usually a lot of times tsundere are annoying when they're all they do is like just like bitch at you and then just slap you and hurt you and like they never. It just makes your life hell. But even though like she has trouble saying saying stuff, like you can see through her actions and that she's like really doting on and taking care of like the heroine and things.
Okay.
So, like constantly giving her like new clothes, constantly giving her like a proper wand and everything. And then like so the prince starts to understand her. So he like when he like he knows her personality, so he looks at her actions. He's like, oh, I can see her saying this, but I look at this, I can see her doing this, and like so he likes her. And then the heroine herself starts to understand more too, that like the willingness is like caring for her.
Okay.
So they also have like a really nice bond that has like some Yuri subtext that makes the prince all jealous. It's great.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say like this is also probably one of those things that's better in fiction than real life.
Probably. But yeah, because like in the reverse harem route, like even the willingness like it becomes part of the reverse harem and likes her too. So like there's already some like Yuri undertones going on. So like, so the prince is like, oh no, hell no, I can't let this like girl steal my fiance from me. Yeah, it's just so adorable, and like there's so many good characters and there's so many interesting things going on, and it's just really fun and amusing. I love this one a lot. So yeah, really recommend it for everyone, and I really can't wait for the next volume. This monkey.
So I guess it's a recent release.
Yeah, it just released like a week or two ago or something like that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, monkey.
Well, I guess I'll get back to monkeys later.
Yeah. Okay, I guess now we got to Muv-Luv. Man, this week's episode was so good. Oh my god.
Yeah. It kind of feels like actually the pace that you were going at earlier was to make a little bit more room for like time for this.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I guess previously the coup started, right? But
Yeah.
they didn't actually do anything themselves at this point.
You mean the main characters?
Yeah.
Yeah, the main characters were just like on their way to like help reinforce stuff, but they haven't like run into any issues yet. And
Yeah, and I guess they got stationed at some out of the way. What was it, like villa or something like that?
yeah, I think it's like some like Imperial Villa thingy, and then run into Yoroi and like, oh, suddenly the Shogun herself appears.
Yeah, and then Taguru being like a dumbass, like, "Yo, who you?" And then like caretaker lady's like, "Put in the mo."
Man, I hear like "bulemono" so much in anime that like whenever I read a line in light novel, it sounds like that. I just hear it in my head automatically.
And it's like Maya.
But yeah, I guess he kind of insinuated that like, what's her face? Yuko Sensei like predicted he would do this.
Yeah.
So like, which is why she sent them to this area in the first place.
Right. So just as Keikaku.
Just as Keikaku. It's kind of interesting that him and Yuko Sensei, like even though they aren't like directly communicating with each other, they can kind of like coordinate like that.
I guess great minds or something.
Yeah, great minds think alike, blah blah blah. So yeah, we finally see why Meiya is related to the Shogunate, because they have the same face, like literally the same face.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I think in the anime they look a little bit more similar to each other than in the game.
Yeah, in the game it was like a lot more different.
I think that's probably just, I'm assuming they actually look alike, but they just made it slightly different to make it easier for us, the player.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was just playing like Unlimited because I did like Takemikatsuchi's stream a few days ago.
Yeah.
And I was like watching Unlimited while doing that. But yeah, like a lot of times when he when the Takemi Katsushi came out and he was like, oh, like, what is this thing? Why is everyone so up in arms about it? And like, oh, why is the Imperial Warrior Guard here? And like Meiya was like look at my face. What do you see? And he's like, Meiya?
Oh yeah, I guess everyone else would know.
Yeah, but like everyone else would know what the Shogun looks like, but he doesn't know. It's like, I see a Meiya, and she's just like, what the hell is wrong with this dumbass?
Yeah. Actually, that's an interesting thing because like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, and we went to Mount Tengen, the volcano thingy that like in alternative they didn't go to because like the whole like timeline shifted.
Yeah.
But in Unlimited they went there and like when they had to like convince like the like old people like evacuate, like the old people like, you damn soldiers, blah blah, and then they turn to see Meiya and like, oh my god, Your Highness, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's actually interesting. Like, it makes a lot more sense after you figure it out.
Yeah, and then Takeru's just like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, Takeru, if only you had a few more brain cells.
Maybe.
But yeah, turns out like I was wrong. That the whole thing about Mount Tengen, it wasn't this old man being a bitch. It was this old woman being a bitch and refusing to evacuate. And like, man, like seeing that whole part about like typical like Japanese boomer, like being hard-headed and like stupid about shit. It's like, oh, like you're gonna die. You stay here. Like, oh, but I don't want to live this house that has like all these memories. Like what the fuck does that mean?
Okay.
I still think they should have just done what the government did in alternative here and like just like tranquilize them and drag them away.
Oh my god.
Like the rebels like, oh no, the government like forcibly evacuated these people, and I'm like, good, motherfuckers.
Oh my god.
Geneva Convention? More like Geneva Suggestion.
My government would never do this.
Yeah, because I wouldn't sign the Geneva Convention in the first place.
Okay.
But oh yeah, like after they went through all the trouble, like almost got themselves killed, doing the whole like lava diversion thingy. Like after that, the old woman like decided like, oh, on her to like willingly evacuate anyways. So I was like if you're gonna willingly evacuate later anyways, like couldn't you have done that before we restore lives? Couldn't you?
Anyway, where were we at? Oh yeah, Shogun.
Yeah, Shiranui. Yeah, this girl like it's kind of cool to like get to see her again because like I guess we haven't seen her until now in the anime for alternative. But in Muv-Luv Extra, she was one of the classmates that like played lacrosse with them.
Yeah, like they need an extra team member or something, right?
Yeah. So it's like, oh, get to see her again, kind of thing.
Yeah, actually, well, I don't know what to refer to them for now. The other characters that will have a bigger role later. But show up more prominently in this episode.
Yeah, the unit that like Yuko Sensei.
Yeah, I guess that's what we'll call them that for now.
We call it Yuko's units.
Yeah. So yeah, actually in the game you don't really see it from their perspective too much. Like I think later on you find out they were involved somehow, but like it's kind of cool to see them in action.
Oh yeah, because it's a VN, like you inherently only see things through Takeru's eyes.
Yeah. So it was pretty cool. It's like, oh, these guys are pros.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of wonder what they were doing exactly. I guess they were more like running like their versions and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think they were there to provide support.
Yeah, and then we don't really get to see them fight directly, but for some reason, something about the way they present them, like you can tell, like, oh, these guys, they're cut above like the normal forces.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they have to take the Shogun down to like a navy base or something.
Yeah. I really like how detailed like the actual battle plan is.
Yeah.
Like it actually follows the roads and everything, and I think they actually do mention actual real world what do you call it, locations.
Yeah, stuff. They mention like the roads and highways and different mountains and things.
Yeah. I guess you usually don't get that too much unless it's like dedicated military fiction, which I guess this is.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like this, like all these like diagrams and like actually labeling E2, E3, E1.
Yeah, I think for me, a lot of times for certain shows where they outline a basic plan, but they do it very vaguely. It's harder for me to conceptualize what's going on.
Yeah. Or it's just like really simplistic that there's like, I kind of feel like there's no point in the outline.
Oh yeah. But anyway, it was really neat.
Oh, yeah, I also really like this too, where they actually show like military formations, like they're making this like arrowhead formation and they put and like hammerhead formation and how they're gonna like put each unit individually.
Oh yeah. It's really cool when like I guess you see the diagrams, but then you also see them actually flying in formation.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's technically not true flight. It's more like
Hover flight.
yeah, hover flight. Yeah.
But yeah, in this scene, like you when you see them like going from standstill, like starting like go into a jog and then a sprint, and then like slowly building up speed before they can like fly off, and then with like the shaking of the ground and the shaking of the camera and everything, you get a really good sense of like how massive these things are.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like you don't necessarily see that too often, because like you can definitely feel the weightiness of their like movements and stuff.
Yeah. So I guess a good comparison would be Pacific Rim, the first one.
Yeah, yeah.
But like one of the things that people really praise Pacific Rim for was like that sense of scale where like, you can really feel the mechs moving slow, and like they move slowly, and there's like really like deliberate steps, and it gives that like feeling of mass.
Yeah, yeah.
And like, when they punch like the kaiju in the face, like you get the feeling of like, oh, this is like 1,000-ton thingy, like just like smashing them, and like there's like a lot of force and oomph.
Yeah, yeah, you definitely get that a lot. And actually, I think that's one of those things that changed in Pacific Rim 2, where...
Yeah, Pacific Rim 2 just completely got rid of all that.
Yeah, which, I mean, I can understand to some extent. They're supposed to be more advanced and, what do you call it, a little bit nimbler, but it's basically non-existent.
That's because Del Toro was, like, kind of not part of it.
Well, yeah, yeah. So, Pacific Rim 3 probably ain't happening.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Del Toro, like, basically just, like... I don't think he even had much of a role. He was just like relegated like producer or whatever.
Yeah, I can't remember. He might have been busy with something else or something.
No, I think.
Or did he not? Or did he get?
I was thinking it was more an issue of like Hollywood just being dumbasses.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And like not letting him do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
So Pacific Rim 2 like lost a lot of the magic of Pacific Rim 1.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, like, you can see them in formation and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw like the rebels fighting against the other guys, and they were like, "Oh man, we're using the same kits. Why are these guys like moving so much better?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like the rebels, like they have like the little kanji marking. I guess I think we missed it on the TV, or maybe maybe the Chromecast just didn't like parse the subtitles properly.
Yeah, yeah.
But like when I was like taking screenshots earlier, like there was a subtitle saying like Patriot. That's what the kanji on the rebel machines.
Oh really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they're flying like, oh god, suddenly someone appears in front.
Oh yeah, because they didn't appear on radar or something,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, and he was like, oh no, you need to engage him. Like, don't lock, dumbass, you're gonna get killed.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it's the Americans.
Yeah.
America. Fuck yeah.
Oh, I think this is the first time Captain Walken like shows up.
I think so. But yeah, we see like the F-15 Eagle in the back, and then like this F-22 Raptor. Can we get the model of the F-22 Raptor?
Maybe.
Please. I think last time we took it off the Army order, but like seeing this episode is like, man, I want to get it back again.
Maybe. But yeah, like they're very imposing when they do show up.
Yeah. Man, it's after like these are just like some seriously like Anya aesthetics. Like look like sharp point, and then these really sharp angular heads, and these things sticking out the knee. Raptors are cool.
Yeah. I think they might have uploaded part of the fight on the official channel or something.
Oh yeah, they turned into like a PV or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So, oh yeah, like I really love these kind of things too, where like okay, you see the fighting formation, like the triangle formations, like different squads and stuff, and you see them from above, and just really systematic about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like this. The famous part from like Muff Alternative. Attention and enter the craft. Follow UN military protocol and transmit in English, the official international language. Yeah, follow the official international language. Like English eat shit, English eat shit.
Yeah. Oh, I guess the unfortunate part though is like in the show they say in Japanese.
They said it in Japanese or like ego kusokurai.
So yeah, but then like in the original game they say it in straight up English.
Yeah, they straight up say like English eat shit in like really like badly accented Japanese, and
no, that's the best part.
Yeah, that's the best part. So like I'm so mad they took it out.
Yeah.
Like I was waiting for it. I was like, ah. Oh yeah, but they kept the viewpoint, like the composition of the scene, and then we saw another composition like the Shiranui like from the side from like the side view.
Yeah, yeah.
And if I remember correctly, it's the exact same composition as how it showed up in the VN.
I think so.
So like for someone who like already played the VN, like this is a really cool callback.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they knew people were expecting this.
Yeah. But yeah, and like even though like there's a whole bunch of Shiranui, so like there's like 8 F-15s, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
So I guess like the F-15 just outperformed the Shiranui like that much.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though I think the Shiranui was designed to be like the F-15 in terms of like generation though.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess I'm not sure if we get that, what do you call it, the details too much in the show, or people can parse it. Yeah. But like, basically all the Japanese like TSFs are, what do you call it, weaker than their corresponding like US variant, or well, not variants, but like counterparts.
Yeah. Well, I guess technically the Gekishin is just the F4J, so it's kind of like just a variant of the F4 Phantom already.
Yeah, yeah.
But by the time they started making it, like everyone else already had like newer stuff.
Yeah. Well, the F4 started showing up in the 70s, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then what else? Like the only one that's actually comparable is the Takemikachi.
Except the Takemikazuchi is like super expensive.
Yeah, super expensive and like, what do you call it, limited.
Yeah. But yeah, so you get the sense like, F-15, even though in smaller numbers, are still better. And suddenly like, oh no, these guys they're shooting you from us with like showing on radar.
Yeah.
F-22. Man, this shot is. There's another shot of them like someone's just zooming in and like you get like zooming in on like the head of the mech, and, like all these like sensors like.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be terrified.
Yeah. So yeah, and you just see them just fly around and like just beat the shit out of all the Shiranui. Oh yeah, man, this shot's so cool. Like, just like standing formation.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I love this kind of thing where like you get like a whole like bunch of mechs and like it's just standing in a line like doom 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 and you see the height like falling off, and they're all in like different poses and like be on standby. And I thought it was really interesting that the English was really good in the sense that like the pronunciation was like on point, but the way they did the inflection sounds very awkward and not the way a native speaker would say it.
I think that's probably, what do you call it? I'm guessing the actors had some experience speaking.
Yeah.
But like it's kind of hard to, what do you call it, mimic that sort of sometimes.
Yeah. Like
unless you really, really like are exposed to it a lot.
Or I kind of wonder if it's like the actors are like fluent, but then the sound director or whoever's like directing like telling them how to talk, like told them specifically to talk.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've heard stories like that before. Like actually, even native English speakers get that. I've heard from like anime studios.
Yeah. So maybe they just did that just to make it sound more like flamboyant or something.
Okay, yeah, it could be, or it could be to sound more like quote accurate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sound more foreign, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
But also gets a sense of like, like they're being like really like, nonchalant about this, so like they just have that much of an advantage.
Yeah, I mean, in this setting, like America is basically, it's basically it has the same power base it has now.
No, even worse than now.
No, well, yeah, but like it's like everyone else is worse off. Like
yeah,
I guess it's more like that.
Yeah.
Actually, you're right. They're better off because they actually they have more advanced materials and technology than everyone else.
Yeah,
like even more so than today, militarily.
Yeah, so they're like better than today, and everyone else is like way weaker. So in terms of like power balance, like it's just completely lopsided.
Yeah, it's like 50% US, 50% everyone else. Well, it might be more lopsided than that.
Yeah. Yeah, it has like transport Yuhi in the thing.
Yeah.
Wait, did they mention her name yet?
Oh, did they? Oh, I don't know.
Wait, I think they did.
Yeah.
And she had a different last name than Maya too.
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember it right now.
Yeah, I can't remember her last name.
Yeah, but like, I always find it amusing. Like, I can tell it sounds like important.
Yeah.
Has that right sound.
Like, well, Maya to like Misurugi.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like those like fancy names like What's the typical one? Amanugawa.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not sure if anyone has that for a real... I'm not sure if anyone has that for a real last
But
name.
it shows up in anime like, so much.
Well, yeah, because anime pun names.
Yeah.
But actually, I was thinking about that because, like, I recently learned that family names were, like, only a recent thing for most Japanese people. Like, apparently only, like, nobility used to be able to, like, hold those.
I think that's the same for, like, European countries, too.
Yeah. So, like, all the old families have, like, a certain style versus, like, the new... well, you know, the commoners.
Tanaka.
Yeah,
Yamada!
Yeah.
Oh god, I like how we just said the same name right away.
Well, yeah, it's like... I mean, you have your, like, typical names that you use, just kind of like, you know, English has that too, like Jones. Smith. So it's equivalent.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's like, oh yeah. Anyway, it's not Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch. Oh yeah, I guess we saw this like elite unit.
Yeah. With the Russian camo.
Yeah, like I guess we didn't see it here, but like in Total Eclipse, like we saw the Su-37s of that Russia has, like having this kind of like the camo style.
Yeah.
I wonder if this Fuji training corps is something that exists in real life too.
It could be. I wouldn't be like surprised if it existed.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess somehow they sided with the rebels, and it's pretty. Oh, did not get a shot. But like, it's pretty interesting that like these guys went toe to toe against the F-22 Raptors, even though the F-22s didn't show up on radar.
Yeah.
So it's kind of surprising how good they are in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess when you get close enough to like visual range melee everything, you kind of like you can diminish that in a way.
Yeah. I guess that's the thing. Like, it's not obvious in the show, but I'm not sure if they'll ever cover it. But like, oh, the fact that F-22 has like radar stealth.
Yeah.
Only applies against human stuff because the beta don't rely on like they can use like the laser class as visual like sight to spot them.
They don't have radar in the first place.
Well, yeah, but I mean like it's they'll show up just as easily as any other TSF. Like so, the Americans specifically made this as anti-TSF like equipment.
They mentioned it in Total Eclipse.
Yeah.
But that's like quite like Total Eclipse has more leeway to actually go into the military development stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's the big point about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like if you realize that, you'll realize like America's getting ready for like after the betas are gone.
Yeah.
Presumably.
Or even if the beta's still there, they still want to like maintain power.
Yeah.
And keep anyone from challenging them.
Yep. Just typical American like policy.
I mean, it's very realistic.
No, yeah, it's very realistic.
Yeah. That's another thing I like about Muv-Luv. They're not afraid to shit on the Americans.
Oh yeah.
Well, they're not afraid to shit on the Americans in a way that's realistic.
Yeah.
Well, it's like in most shows, most stories, period, like they will either like really like, glorify and idealize America, or they'll shit on America in a way that feels very like ridiculous and childish.
Like over the top.
Yeah, but Muv-Luv like it's really like grounded in how like America acts geopolitically.
Yeah. I feel like it feels right. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah, another one with like Trail 1 formation. Oh yeah, these afterburners like.
Oh yeah, the afterburner effects were like really good.
Yeah.
Like, I guess what do you call it, during the fight, they had to like basically dash through.
Yeah. But like the Americans like holding them off, and then their like escort unit dashes through.
Yeah.
And I think like the fire effects like bringing out the boosters, it looks the same as like the videos I saw like real life afterburners.
Yeah. Like, and then when they like go back to normal flight, like the color change.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Also, this like would it be even metal or rock song or something that shows up that played in the ED like so.
Oh yeah. I can't remember. I don't know what you describe it as, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just like so cool. And I tried to look for it in the credits, but I didn't manage to find it before the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't wonder who sang it. It sounds kind of like Grand Rodeo, which might be.
I mean, it would make sense since they've done a lot of like Muv-Luv songs already.
Yeah, because the Grand Rodeo, they did the No Place Like the Stage song in Total Eclipse.
Yeah.
And then the new release of Muv-Luv Alternative on Steam.
Uh-huh.
Like when you first open it up, it has a Grand Rodeo opening too.
Yeah.
I feel like they did more Muv-Luv stuff than that.
There's some other stuff I can't remember off the top of my head. I think they did some the day after stuff maybe.
Oh.
I have to double check.
In before we find out later, like this someone completely different.
Yeah.
But stylistically, the voice sounds similar, like at least.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was so cool. So yeah, I really love this episode. Like this episode, like all the stuff I love about Muv-Luv are like in this episode. Well, I guess the beta weren't here, but like we got a lot like,
well, it has a lot, I guess. Is the
yeah,
point.
you got a lot like different like geopolitics and factions like vying for stuff for each other behind the scenes, and then we get all these cool mechs, like different designs, different capabilities, different formations, and different fights. Like so good.
Yeah.
So good.
I guess before we leave this topic, I would like to say it's interesting. Well, I mean, obviously it was in the game too that they decide to, or like, what do you call it? They stick to their mission and like try to get like her out of there rather than like, well, we gotta go back and fight and help them, like type of situation that happens a lot.
Oh yeah, like old anime stuff.
Yeah.
Where like, get your priorities straight.
Yeah, like I'm obviously, you know, it's the feeling itself is fine, but you have to accomplish your objective.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess like after the afterburner run, like she's like passed out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess that's one of the things I feel like it's kind of missing in Muv-Luv.
Uh-huh.
Like both this one and like Total Eclipse. Like when we were like get a second passenger in the like what is it called, auxiliary seat or whatever. Like they talk a lot about how like it's a big strain on the body, but you don't really get that sense just like visually.
Yeah. In the game, I guess it explains it like, oh, that's why everyone has the suits to like. I guess it's equivalent to like normal flight suits that help regulate stuff in your body.
Yeah,
but like yeah, I guess visually you don't. Well, visually and also audibly you don't quite.
Like I know like intellectually they're like, oh yeah, like doing this will have a strain on them, but like while watching, I don't get the feeling that it's like a straight, like a big strain on.
Yeah.
So it just feels kind of off about that. But then again, like it is kind of hard to like, convey.
Yeah. Like, I guess usually like if you're watching like a science documentary, you see those like videos of people in like centrifuges and their faces go like, but
yeah.
like that wouldn't actually happen like in a cockpit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean it might, but if that's happening, then you have other things to worry about.
But yeah, overall, like man, it's such a good episode. Oh yeah, although like they were like, oh, we broke past the line, like we're safe now. And like I can't remember what happens exactly in the VN, so this isn't spoilers, this is just speculation. But I feel like they're gonna go run into shit like right after that.
Oh, I remember this part of the game being like, this was a long ass section.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
But yeah, like I felt like guys, it's too early to celebrate. I can feel my like writer sense tingling. There's gonna be some shit coming in your way.
Yeah. Anyway.
Guess we got the other mech thingy.
That's kind of similar, right?
It's kind of similar, although.
Well, not really.
Yeah.
Well, America's involved. So
always.
That's similar.
Yeah, Muv-Luv is actually like pretty similar to 86 in a way.
Yeah. Were we speculating that maybe?
I feel like 86 is probably inspired by Muv-Luv to some degree.
Yeah, or it could be like inspired like indirectly.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
But yeah,
anyway,
so you got a meme. So what's his name? Kai or whatever. Kai.
Is that? So, it's something like it rhymes.
I just think of him as like the guy with the like 80s anime hair.
Oh. I think of him as like Jackass protagonist.
Yeah, Jackass protag. So he was this guy who like pretty much like a brother to him that left the resistance.
Like yeah, 3 years prior to the current time, something like that.
Or something like that, and then somehow he negotiated with like the Asian forces, which is basically China.
Yeah.
To like have their own like autonomous city, and he was bragging about like, oh, everyone who lives here is Japanese, which is it feels a lot like the whole like Japanese purity and like closed off nation, and and stuff that like Japan has an issue with.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So like I don't know.
Yeah, this is an interesting topic. I'm not
Yeah.
sure how best to articulate it.
This is whole like hyper nationalistic idea of like racial purity
Yeah,
kind of thing. So like you're like, oh, like everyone in this town is Japanese. We don't have any foreigners here. And I'm like, this sounds like a bad bag.
yeah. I think this is also conflating the issue of like the political entities versus like the ethnicity of people.
Yeah,
That happens all the time.
yeah. But again, this guy isn't like portrayed to be like a good guy. So it's also kind of like was that something the writers like, or was that something the writers used to criticize him?
Yeah, that one I'm not sure, but at the very least, it functions as a flag for like the audience. Like, oh, there's something weird going on. I think.
Yeah, yeah, because the practically Chinese group, like you see them in the show, like they're the ones who are like the most.
They're the most villainous. Like,
Yeah,
by far. Like,
they're so like overtly villainous that it's like they're such a foil. They don't even feel like characters.
yeah. Like, we see the EU sort of, like North America, and then
Oceania. Yeah.
Like I think they're supposed to be treated as bad, but like not to like like Asia, quote Asia's like
Yeah, the Chinese people are basically like kick the puppy but kind of level to bad.
yeah. There's like that prison like
The prison guy who's like selling slaves.
yeah,
and
and
everything.
then these guys that we see later on like I
Yeah.
don't know.
So yeah, so they were like, oh, like, I negotiated with them to get the city. And I'm just like, so I was like, how the hell do you do that?
Yeah,
But like he had no power or anything to stand on to, so like he wouldn't even have anything to like get negotiated by.
yeah. I mean, obviously his only bargaining chip is his ties to the resistance.
Yeah.
So it's like
But yeah, like, we see flashback like he's like really close to whatever his face is.
second protagonist.
Yeah.
And I guess the main thing is like, oh, he doesn't want to see people get hurt.
Oh yeah, he was like, oh, I left the resistance because I don't want to see people get hurt. I don't want to see people use guns. I don't want to see people get killed.
Yeah.
But then we find out that like, he's been like selling out information to the Asian military about like where, about like both this resistance group and also like this other like resistance people too.
Yeah. So he's basically like sets up a plan, or at least he follows someone else's plan to like go to their headquarters. Like, oh, my car's broken. Like, can I stay the night?
And then try to like steal data and stuff.
Yeah. But they're like, everyone was already sus.
Yeah. Well, like this. Oh yeah, the arms dealer from Europe also like told him that like this guy's a spy, and then this guy like told the other guys in the resistance.
Yeah.
So like everyone already knew that. So like it gave him like false info.
Yeah, actually, that one was a little bit surprising because like
usually these types of like kids shows that like people are like way more naive.
yeah. So like, I was assuming the thing would be like, oh, he himself doesn't actually believe, but then like everyone else is able to like figure it out, like and do it anyway, like that. So like, oh,
yeah,
I guess he was in on it, or like So that was actually interesting.
Yeah, so this guy's like, oh, like everyone else can die as long as I get to have my own like little like utopia. And it's kind of sounds like he's on a power trip.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, like this is my city, blah blah blah.
Yeah, and I guess the way I kind of described it while we were watching is like, he doesn't seem to actually care about the whole idea of people not getting hurt. It's more like he doesn't want to be involved directly. Like if someone else does it, then okay, whatever. If I don't see it, okay,
Like not in my backyard.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's matching his quote, like stated ideals.
Yeah. It's kind of those people where like they have big ideals, but their ideals are like inherently incompatible with reality.
Yeah.
But they choose to like ignore that and just like keep making things worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get that thing at the end where like him and his like brother figure like have to kind of point at each other, and like tense moment, and like obviously like it just goes on like every anime where like, oh, they look at each other for a while and like after a while like they put the guns down and like let the guy walks away, and he's like he wants to kill him but he can't, and his hand's shaking and he has to like put the gun away too, like oh Nissan, like oh don't call me that ever again, blah blah.
Yeah.
Like just for once I want to see like this situation where like this whole thing where like like people who are close to each other, like one of them betrays a group, and then they end up with the standoff thing with a gun, or hell, it doesn't even have to be a standoff. It could just be like the guy like catching this one person trying to run away as a traitor, and having a gun pointing at them, and like just for once, I want to see them just shoot the motherfucker.
You know, you're saying this, but I can think of one good example.
What?
Except for it does not turn out as anyone expected.
What?
Lelouch!
Lelouch! Oh, the ending of season 1?
Yeah, and then R2 happened, and you're like, wait, that's how it played out?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, wait. That's... So, like, that's Monkey Paw, like, wish, like...
Yeah.
Yeah. Then it's like, oh, I have a little brother.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything that happened. Oh.
Yeah, like for once, I just want the protagonist to like, or the person who's on the protagonist's side to just shoot the motherfucker, and be like, no mercy for traitors.
Oh my god.
Some shit like that, or some shit like that. Ugh. It's where like anime protagonists need to grow a spine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess there's an obvious reason they don't do that.
It's such a tired thing where it's like, oh, like this person's done something wrong, but they're like family to me. That's why I can't do it to them. Like, like so what? Big whoop.
Oh my god.
So how many war crimes am I being tried for today?
Oh no! Don't kill me.
Bold of you to assume I don't already have a gun on you.
Is it a space gun?
Maybe.
Okay.
Death from above. Yes. Senpai is annoying.
Also, not death related.
Not this related. This was so cute. It's so funny.
Oh, is this the park one?
Yeah, they're just on their like different holidays and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Hayami Saori always getting like hit on by all the other guys, and this guy just being like, ah shit, I need to do something before she gets taken away. So they go on date
to aquarium.
Oh yeah, this thing was like, it's just like the Animal Crossing thing, like.
Yeah. Like, oh, why my other? Yeah. Okay.
We need to buy a new Leap Motion.
God, it's too expensive.
You should have bought it when it was on sale.
Ah!
I told you the sale is gonna like not be forever.
But you have to have money to save money.
Yeah. Capitalism was a mistake. Oh yeah, like the like Futaba was like watching TV and it's like, oh, there's this like horror story about this woman like home alone looking through the keyhole and she's like, ah, senpai, help me. God, this face is so adorable.
Yeah. Is she really an adult though?
Yeah, like, and any Leap Motion.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like that. Yeah, like that. I'm gonna go to an aquarium again.
Yeah. I kind of wish we did go to the aquarium like that one time, like in Baltimore.
Oh, for like Otakon?
Yeah. Well, like while we were there, we could have done it like on the Thursday since like con stuff doesn't actually happen.
Good. Well, we got there like late at night on Thursday though.
Yeah.
And also like this con's so tiring. Like we just didn't have any time or energy enough for this.
Yeah. I think actually, what do you call it? I think that was around the time Aqua's like was starting to be a Love Live thing. So like there was a bunch of cosplay people like who took advantage of that.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Anyway, that's a little bit unrelated.
Yeah, it makes me think when I went to the big aquarium in LA.
Uh-huh.
Just like I have cousins in California, and like when I was visiting them, was summer or something, summer or winter. I think it was like first or second year of college. Like went to the aquarium. Oh yeah, that was about the time like Kurake Hime was like airing.
Oh yeah.
So I was like taking pictures of like the jellyfish and stuff, and like posting on the internet. And I think one of them actually got like pretty famous on one of the like photo apps back then.
Huh.
But it wasn't like a big photo app though, because like there's like so many different mobile phone photo apps that competing with each other.
So it's not the Insta.
Yeah. Well, I think it was even before Instagram was a thing even.
Oh really? Huh.
Or at least like Instagram wasn't as famous, but it was called like Pick Please or something like that, like PICPL zebra C.
Okay.
and like took a picture of like jellyfish and like we got like like a lot of views. So I was pretty proud of that. That was a pretty good picture.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, meanwhile Futaba and like Big Senpai at Kane Game. And they spent like an hour or something like that, like just trying to get the thing for her.
Yeah, and then like some kids like, oh man, this is so easy. Like we got so many prizes.
Yeah. Like that. It's still really cute and adorable though. It's like, and he just gave it to her and she's like really appreciating it. Like,
yeah.
Aww.
I mean, I guess for him, like he's like, oh, you didn't have to waste this time or money. It's like, but he's like, nah, it's cool. We had fun together.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man.
Like he's such a cool guy. He's a good guy. Like, ii otoko. Sugee yasu.
Oh my god.
Seriously, like,
this is true Japanese right here.
But yeah, I just love him so much. Like he's just so awesome.
Yeah.
He's such a cool guy.
Oh, and then these punks.
These punk ass bitches. Oh yeah, everyone trying to hit on Hayami Saori.
Yeah.
And then these guys like, oh, like what's the word? Ore no mono. Kajo ore no mono or some weird shit like that.
I like how you're saying it like you're a gorilla.
Monkey.
And then he says that he's just embarrassed and is like.
He's just gonna embarrass himself. Like I thought he was gonna like cover his face like after he got away and cover his face. But like no, he just covers his face while the guys are still there. The guys are just like
Oh yeah, and they keep getting at it, like still doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if I was one of these guys, I'd just feel so embarrassed for him. Like okay, you got this.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd feel so bad.
But yeah, they're so like persistent.
Yeah. So is this a thing that actually happens?
I mean, there's also that cultural thing where like women they can't like talk back, so they just like, have, like try to ignore and just wait for these guys like
Yeah.
to like, go away on their own. Oh god, she's like
Yeah.
And then just like you grab her like yeah.
Oh, you didn't take any photos of the doll.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I think
Oh well.
Whoops. But yeah, like when you're watching the dolphin show, there's this one dolphin that has like same dead eyes as him, and even has like same like first name too. So the girl's like, oh, this is so adorable.
Yeah.
And in the end, like he bought the doll, like gave it to her, and she was like hugging it, and like what's it, Sota? I think it's name.
Something like that.
And she also said like she was like whispered to him like that. Like thank you Sota or something like that. He was like huh, and she like reverted to using his last name.
Yeah.
And he at the end he was like, oh man, I'm jealous of that dolphin.
Yeah. Well, he was also like buddies with the dolphin like after she got splashed.
Yeah.
Man, that was so sad. That was like he's staring and she like realizes like yeah.
And she like
you like really you like staring at them all the
yeah,
time.
like you always look so happy when you're staring at my boobs, kind of thing.
Yeah, it makes it sound like she's definitely noticed multiple times.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah. And Hayami Saori, so cute. Okay. Man, just like
Yeah, I guess now it's a different show.
this banished from the hero's party. This guy is such a loser, like full of himself. He's like, oh no, how can the hero leave me behind? How are they gonna deal without my magic? I'm like, yeah, you're useless though.
Yeah. At first, like, I thought they like just abandoned him just to abandon him, but it's like, oh no, there's actually a little more to it.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been fine if they just like abandoned him.
Well, yeah. I thought they were just gonna go like, oh, off on their own without him.
Well, I guess they left the Crusader behind too.
Yeah.
Crap, I forgot her name. I think it starts with a T. Or TH or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know.
They haven't really mentioned her name much in the anime.
Yeah, she hasn't really been that prominent.
Yeah. And then we saw is like actually Shisandan, like the shape-shifting demon.
Yeah.
He's the one that also like killed like Ritz Master when they were in Lockeria. So like he's like back here and like Sultan like stirring shit up again. Yeah, so I guess like the demons like explain to Ruthie about how the demon's blessing works, where basically it just basically gives you like another like like X demon blessing thing, and, like siphons away the blessing from your primary blessing to there. So your primary blessing level goes lower, which makes it easier to like get EXP raise up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, doing the like hand warmer thing, like new market opportunity. Like, oh god, she's so adorable. I love her so much.
I don't think we've seen any figures for her, right?
I don't think I've seen any yet. I wonder if they're gonna get any figures. Well, I hope so.
I feel like I can see this getting like an Android or something at least.
Like on one hand, like the production quality seems like I still find it really good show, but like if you look at it from like a technical level, it kind of seems like production quality is a little bit on the lower budget side.
Oh, maybe.
So maybe they're not gonna get anything. But then again, like how Realist Hero with the Kingdom had like even a lower production budget, but then we got a premium scale figure of Licia.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get a figure of hers eventually.
Maybe.
I really want one. Like I just love her. She's so adorable. This face like ah. And he just said some embarrassing stuff, and she's just like
Yeah.
love her. But yeah, it's like back couple.
Yeah. I was expecting the sisters to show up here at this moment.
Like Ni-san, nani shite na?
But I guess that didn't happen.
Yeah.
At least not yet.
Just like Leiju Bakatsushiro. Oh yeah, they were like, oh, we should try to be like inconspicuous travelers, but then like the hero just like beats the shit out of people on the way, and then she carries a like giant monster and just like drops in front of the town guard, and everyone's just like, the fuck, who knows this person?
Well, yeah. I guess when you're that far like removed from everyone else, like maybe that's close enough.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is like stupid like night guy with. He actually got mentioned a few times before, but like he was like blocking the bridge, so like becoming like a nuisance for people who have like do a detour.
Yeah, yeah.
So like when she got rid of him, like oh finally, but he's actually been there for a long time.
But then like because of that, now he's like, oh, I gotta propose to her.
This dumbass.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why there's just Japanese like Odin stall.
Yeah, just like in the middle, like on the outskirts or something like that, randomly.
Or just like in one of the random roads.
Yeah, something like that.
And then like they were like, oh, you get like hot mustard, blah blah blah. And then like they're like, oh, this girl, she has like all these like concealed weapons. She's good. And she's like, oh, this man, he has like all these like scars and stuff, but he's like lying low. He's good.
Yeah, it was very like martial artsy, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, this part is kind of sad where like she's like trying to like plan a prison break, and she's just imagining like the brother in her mind, like it's kind of like a what would Jesus do kind of thing. Like what would Nissan do?
Oh, was that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, for some reason I thought it was like a flashback.
Oh no, it was just kind of like her like imagining him being with her.
Oh, okay.
And
I see.
talk what he would say, like how he would like approach this.
Okay.
So it's kind of really sad, like just showing like just how much she misses him.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, and then the fairy calls him like help this like Undine thing. But yeah, Undine's like completely naked, so like all her boobs like completely on display and stuff.
Yeah. I guess there's like some sort of curse going on that's draining magic.
Yeah. I can't remember. Just it becomes important later, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, like just because like the fairy like called him over, like, he ends up discovering it and just like kind of unintentionally like ruins people's plans. And I guess this guy in the Thief Guild is the alchemist.
Yeah, I guess so.
I didn't know that until now. Because like I can't remember if they actually mentioned his name before, like in the previous parts. So like I wonder, like, was it supposed to be the same person, or did it just like, oh, this is like they use the same character design just to make people like more familiar?
Yeah. But anyway, like the impression I got before this was like, what do you call it? The goat guy just like made it, like, or something like that.
Well, yeah, I think it's kind of like he brought the formula and then they had like the alchemist like make it for him.
Okay.
But I guess like we didn't really know for sure like that there was like this separate alchemist until now.
Yeah. That's so I got confused about what was going on at like beforehand.
But yeah, like the formula and stuff definitely came from like the demons.
Right.
And reunion. Man, we never get to see her like smile this much before.
Yeah. So it's like I'd be
Cute.
pretty sus.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah.
well, a lot of it's also because of the drug she took, though.
Well, yeah.
But like, I mean, she wouldn't have been able to like run away this all the way here without the drug in the first place because her hero blessing
Yeah.
would like force her to like keep going on the journey.
Right.
So like because of the drugs suppressing her blessing, it also allows her to smile more too.
Yeah. But I guess what I mean is like from his perspective, like he should be sus.
Yeah. No, wait, he's also been able like the only one who's been able to like see her smile like before now too.
Oh,
like, since they were a kid.
Oh.
Like everyone else like just never sees her do this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty cute, and it gets the stories like ramping up more now.
Uh-huh.
And then John Wick in Another World. Man, this mom is like so sus.
Yeah.
And she just basically came in like Mom, why are you invading my bedroom? She's like, oh, I want to see you have your like little like wet dream accident. I was like, the fuck, Mom? Like,
Yeah.
Mom, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah.
What's wrong
Yeah.
with this mom?
Everything. Why did she tell her?
Huh?
Why
Oh.
did she tell the mom?
Oh, about the wet dream thing?
Yeah.
Oh, like, well, the mom's like always like interrogating her about like what the son's been up to.
Oh God. Does that mean she asked if he had one?
Or maybe she, yeah.
Or maybe just like.
Or maybe she's just telling it off as like a funny story kind of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or I guess it could also just be like, was able to like, what do you call it? Infer it and like press harder or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And like, oh, trying to get him to an urgent marriage, and like she's just like telling him like, no. We yes, how about children like, like digging her own grave.
I'm not sure if I trust her to like keep certain secrets.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like, she's so adorable though.
but yeah, this
Also,
is,
like these are like they're spilling out of her clothes. What the hell?
well, it's because like mom's like, oh, make these grandchildren, so now her body's getting ready. that's what's happening, right?
Need to prepare.
Man, this mom like, oh, I gotta have these like grandchildren before I like. Is she even 30 yet?
I don't know. I mean, she's just like eternally young.
Yeah. But like, I gotta live so I can see my great grandchildren or something.
Yeah.
Like, push them out now.
Well, I mean, in a sense, all Asian moms are kind of like that.
Well,
though.
yeah, she went full Asian mom.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the full Asian mom would be like, oh, can't have girlfriend or something. But then also Asian mom, like, where's the grandchild?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like the Asian mom, like when you're a kid, like, oh, you can't have girlfriend. You must focus on study. And later on, like, oh, you can't be promiscuous. You just wait for a good wife. And later on, where's my grandchildren? Like, wait, what?
Like, I'm not getting younger.
When am I gonna be able to hold my grandchildren?
Yeah.
Like, no dating. And then suddenly, like, you need to carry on the like family line.
Yeah.
You need to make sure we have like more family people in the future. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. So,
Damn it, guys, mixed signals.
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, back to the story. So they inspecting this like guy, this drug dealing like nobleman.
Yeah, I guess we get to see more like the people who are affected by the drugs and kind of like withdrawal issues. Like this is another thing where like a lot of these scenes like that set up the background of what's going on. I don't think they didn't really mention it in the light novel. So like the anime adaptation is actually like adding on a whole bunch of stuff to like really give more flavor to the world, which I feel like in terms of as far as anime adaptations go, this is one of the better, like the best adaptations in the sense of like really adding on to the world.
Would you say the author is what do you call it? Not as focused on that sort of stuff. Like not I wouldn't say necessarily background details, but kind of like.
I mean, they definitely added a lot of stuff into it, but the anime just like goes further than what the novels did. So it's a really like fleshed out world. Because like the novel itself is like really like kind of average, mediocre.
Yeah.
Typical like isekai's novel series, but the anime adaptation is like way more polished than these tend to end up being.
Okay, I think I see what you're saying.
But I guess the flip side is that like since it's spending a lot of time, it's not gonna cover a lot of ground. Like at this point, I'm not even sure they're gonna get to like where they're gonna. Actually, I think that they might just end season 1 at the end of like book 1, volume 1.
Hero's not gonna show up, right?
Probably not. Like I thought they were gonna end it with like the hero show. Well, they're probably gonna do something where you get like a few frames of the shot of the hero like at the very at the very back of the last episode. So not gonna be anything meaningful because the hero shows up like halfway through volume 2 or something like that. Well, I guess a little bit earlier at the beginning, like a fourth or a third way through volume 2.
Yeah.
But I feel like the story's only gonna cover up to the end of volume 1, and then then they're gonna meet the hero in the last like 2 seconds or whatever.
Oh yes. the typical like cliffhanger.
Yeah, so they're spending even more time on this than I thought they would. But I guess at the same time, like by taking a lot of time to like flesh out the first volume story, it's also giving like Merch like a wider world kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess my perspective is like well, how I put it, like I'm just so used to shows basically being a long advertisement for stuff.
Yeah.
Because I just expect certain things like stuff getting cut off before like like the major thing happens. So it's like
But yeah, it's pretty standard for like shows to cover like 3 light novel volumes in like 1 core.
Yeah.
Sometimes 2, but usually a 2 or 3.
Well, I guess the question is how many volumes are out in period?
I have no idea. Like there's 3 out in English, but I don't know how much got released in Japan before now. But yeah, like, I don't think any other adaptation covers only 1 volume in the 1 core except for 86. I mean, there could be others that I didn't watch, or they didn't watch / didn't read. But as far as I know, like it's just 86 and this show.
Yeah, it could. I don't know if they're expecting it to do well, they could just be kind of like drip feeding it so they can make more.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm not too familiar, so.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I fully expected 86 to like spend an entire core on just 1 volume just because like it's just so dense. There's a lot to cover, but I didn't expect this one to be like this.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest. A lot of like weeb stuff is full of nonsense. You can probably condense or skip.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
But they're actually like treating the subject matter or like the story as like they're treating it more seriously than the typical like just cash grab anime, I guess.
Yeah.
Or like walking advertisement anime. Yeah, Maha, I like her a lot. Like she's so like beautiful and elegant.
She's sus.
Kinda. But she's very like smart and like calculating and like she pretty much handles like the intelligence department in a way.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's that's what makes her sus.
Yeah. I mean Tarte and Dia are like really cute and adorable, but I like how like she has like more nuance to her, I feel.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say?
Oh, what was I gonna say? Well, that's what makes her sus in a goofy kind of way, not necessarily like. How would I put it? The impression I'm getting is like she's probably the one that has the best chance of. What do you call it? Oh, what am I trying to get at? Exerting herself. Something like that. There's definitely a better way to like phrase it.
Yeah, I mean she really kind of did like in this show. I mean in this episode, like we already saw her like managing to convince him to like try to view her and Tarte in a more romantic light.
Yeah.
Sort of. Or at least like getting rid of his condition of like, oh, never gonna see them that way ever.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Well, okay, I guess maybe sus is not the right word I was looking for. I think imposing or something like that. Because actually, the way I should have said it's like she's the one that feels the most what do you call it?
Aggressive?
No, not. Well, I mean, aggressive. Yeah, I guess to some extent. But I was thinking more specifically, she feels the most like on par with him, like as equals.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Whereas like Tart, not really.
Tart's kind of like a dog that like, just follows him everywhere.
Yeah. And I don't. We haven't really seen too much of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I
I'm
think
not sure exactly.
they also portrays him as equal. Well, I guess like him and Dia already have that like kind of like intimate relationship since they were.
Yeah. Well,
Like
I guess the impression I'm getting for that is more like it's a more casual type, I guess, versus like, I guess, how would I describe this? Professional? Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's like the wife. So using his like cosmetic brand to like infiltrate the mansion, and then there's like the evil guy.
Yeah.
I guess they haven't like overtly said it in the anime, but like in the light novel, he speculates that like the wife probably doesn't know anything about like the shady stuff that the husband's been doing.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain. Like, at least what the show has been giving me the impression of is like, I think he does care about the wife, and it's basically like, seems to be okay. I gotta do whatever to like keep her happy. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not how he actually is.
Yeah, but the wife is like a good person though.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's kind of shady that she has to be sad because like like assassin like finished sniping and then she's like he sees her like crying. Actually, I'm not sure if he saw that in the light novel.
I feel like it's better to do it this way.
Yeah, it's definitely better to do it this way. I'm just trying to compare in my mind. But like, yeah, I think in the light novel he only like I had like internal monologue about like like the wife is probably gonna be sad, blah blah thing. Like actually seeing her like this is like it comes across way better.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm imagining it, but from the stuff that the author has done, I feel like the author is not doesn't have what do you call it, too strong of thing with empathy, I guess. I'm not sure what I would try to get at.
Not very good at making like empathetic characters.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Or at least not making the characters, but more like portraying that.
Yeah. I feel like that's more the anime director's part rather than the original author.
Yeah.
For like like whoever did the adaptations like pretty good at this.
Yeah, I feel like this is I feel like this is a good change if it is a change. Just because it goes more into that whole thing about how he's changing over time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess they talked about like, oh like, yeah, I'm still an assassin, like I was in my past life, but I'm gonna like confirm that like that it, like is the right thing to do, and like I'm not gonna regret this, but I'm also gonna like not forget it either.
Yeah. I feel like this is. Oh, actually, this is going back into that whole like two people with guns and like what do you call it, facing off against each other situation, but they walk off.
Oh yeah.
Like
this one like I'm not gonna like willy-nilly like do like kill people, but I'm also not gonna shy away from doing it when it's something I must do.
Right. I think because a lot of times it's treated as a more black and white thing, but this has a little bit more nuance where it's like, yeah, it's more of a trade-off. Like
Yeah.
I think as long as you treat it well, like you have the character, what do you call it, realize what they're doing. And it's like having to accept this loss to what do you call it, for the greater good, I guess. Let's put it simply like that, or whatever. Like I think that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like I think as long as you take it head on, I think that's the main thing.
Yeah. So I like how they already set up the world where like oh, okay, there's like you can't like solve things with the law, but then like in this kingdom there's like a lot of like powerful forces in action that like prevent you from like touching some of these people through legal means, and that's why it's necessary to have this family for the sake of the country.
Yeah, I also get the impression too, like from the scene, like perhaps he'd be more open to alternate means, like rather than necessarily straight up assassination. I mean, not right away or anything, but like potentially.
Yeah.
I guess That's also an interesting possibility.
Yeah. And, oh. Man, this thing, monkey waifu.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, going to food on the evolution, we got the little like character assistant thing. But yeah, he's like oh, looking at this like status, he's like, oh, enslaved? Did someone make her a slave? And then he's like, oh, why would this little young girl like do this whole assassination thing? I'm like,
Yeah.
like you just said it. Like you just said it. She's enslaved. Like
Yeah.
what do you mean why?
I'm still wondering if that was intentionally goofy or were we missing something? I don't know. This show makes me second guess a lot.
Like what the like the fuck do you mean why?
Like
You just said it yourself. She's enslaved. That's why she's doing this.
it's definitely a case of like people die when they're killed.
Yeah.
It had that same like feel.
Like I guess if you want to be kind to, you can like interpret it as like why instead of more like in a more abstract way of like, oh, like, how did things turn out this way? Why is the world so cruel, etc. But the show did not give that impression at all.
Yeah.
It just sounded dumb.
Yeah. Well, this show is something.
Yeah. And apparently like the like one of the knights is actually like it's like into like S&M thing, which is why she's in charge of, like interrogation.
Yeah, and then she got trained by like that the one guild person.
Yeah, the guild person who's like that, like the dominatrix is like whipping people all the
Yeah,
time.
like the blonde drill hair.
Yeah, like what the god, yeah, what the hell? Oh yeah, it's like even though he knew that like she was enslaved, I don't think he told them at all that she was enslaved and just like handed her over to be interrogated.
Oh yeah, yeah.
like Etu.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whatever he does seems to work out, so.
Doesn't really.
In a weird, dumb way, it does.
Like, he should have told them that they could try to break the curse, and like, even if they couldn't break the curse, they should have known that like there's no point interrogating someone with an enslavement collar on them because like the person wouldn't be able to like, tell them anything anyways.
Yeah.
So it's like, dumbass.
Well, the main thing is like, oh, the king is like cursed now.
Yeah. Oh, and the king's like also like, oh,
The bro
like,
at the bar.
the bro at the bar. Oh, he gets like, so they like the sister, the what do you call it? Captain of the Valkyrie,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever. The Hikasa girl. It's like, oh, strongest knight, and like her brother, like strongest priest. But yeah, the whole thing about her backstory was that like she felt like she had no equal because like of like being a genius at a sword or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But since her brother's like equally powerful, just in a different field, I feel like it should like lessen the backstory a bit.
Yeah.
So like now we see this it kind of makes the backstory. The backstory is already dumb, but like now it just like falls apart even more.
I hope it's intentional.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then there's like, oh, please heal him, and he's like,
Like, oh, there's this curse. How do I get rid of this curse? Like, oh, I just create a new magic that'll like get rid of this curse.
And then he's like, oh, how do I do that?
And he's just randomly with like, oh, Yokunare. And everyone's just like, dot. And then suddenly like, oh, new magic created, invert magic, Yokunare.
Then it just works.
This just fucking works. Like, this. Like this show it's just so dumb, but I feel like the dumbness is kind of the appeal, not appeal, but like the draw of this show at this point.
Yeah.
Well, it's been like that for like a long time, but it's like I don't even know why I get like so exasperated by it, even though like
I don't know. Why do you get? It's like we've had several weeks to get used to it.
I feel like it just keeps pushing the limits of what's acceptable. Well, not even.
Maybe
no. It just keeps pushing the limits further and further each time. Then it's just like.
I think that's the point, though. Like,
yeah, I know it's a point, but it's just so like, what the hell? That's really tired.
Okay.
Oh yeah, like the people who like summon like his classmates as like heroes or whatever. Like, oh, we sent those slaves off to, like this Magic Academy thing. It's like,
I'm still not quite sure what the plan is.
Yeah, like what is their plan? Like they're being overtly evil, and like you see them, and it's like, oh, these evil people planning in the background. Like, but what is their plan? Like, what are they trying to do? Like,
I'm pretty sure their plan is to be incompetent.
yeah. Or maybe they just have no plan. Their plan is just simply to act as like villains.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of villains, like just these punk asses at the like magic college or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess the entire school got sent over or something, and like these are like the senpai to like the other guys like classmates.
Yeah.
And like, oh, everyone's been like ostracized at the college, but then like, these guys are also being jackasses. Well, and like it's that thing again where it's like kick the puppy levels of villainy.
Yeah, yeah.
Where like they're just so hilariously bad. It's just kind of like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we also don't actually see the other students.
Yeah.
Like that are not isekai, so it's like, oh.
No, like that. I'll just give it to isekai.
No, like the other students at the academy that are originally from here.
Oh yeah, the natives.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So we just know.
We just randomly like suddenly see that like class president or student council president when they just like, oh man, it's so bad, we're being ostracized, and I was like, what's going on? What
are they being ostracized, or is it just like, oh, are they really though?
I don't even know. And these guys like when you see the close-ups of their faces, like their faces are just made to like look like super like annoyingly punchable.
Yeah.
And so I just created like, specifically just for me like to being like one-dimensional villains. It's just so. Bleh.
I'm pretty sure the conclusion of this show is like, I guess the end of the episode makes it seem like there's what do you call it? There's gonna be a conflict between the two nations, I guess.
Yeah.
Or I think they're nations. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
And then main guy is just gonna do like some dumb thing and somehow like resolves everything like magically.
Yeah, probably.
Well, yeah.
I mean, given how everything that happened until now, like I can't have any tension in this show whatsoever.
I don't think you're supposed to have tension.
Yeah, so like if they end up like having some like big conflict where the guy's like in trouble or whatever, I feel like that would actually like that's what's normally supposed to happen in a story. But I feel like this story should not have that because that would just make it like it would just come across like horrible, and they should just stick to just being dumb.
Well, I think there can be tension. It's just not gonna be like tension as in a threat. I think it's gonna be like tensions like, oh, some goofy like nonsense.
Yeah, but like, that's what I meant. Like you can't have like serious stuff in the show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh, I have a dream to make it so like every country in this world can have public bathhouses where people just like enjoy being naked with each other. Like
yeah, it's like, oh, everyone's equal at the bathhouse.
like okay, Osama, Nani.
Yeah.
Like what the hell is up with this king?
I have a feeling the story is probably just gonna continue off. Like I'm assuming like there's more like books in the series. They're probably just like, oh, just franchising these bathhouses like while exploring or some nonsense like that.
Oh god.
That's what I expect.
It might be kind of sad if they don't like franchise out the bathhouses.
Yeah. Oh, we had to make peace with like that evil king by making a bathhouse, and like, oh, then he's gonna be like, oh, I see the wrong in my way. It's like,
yes, I see. I realize how wrong I am by seeing your dick in the bathhouse.
Yeah,
that's how it works, right?
That's how it works. That's what happened in the guy's locker room, right?
God. Oh yeah, and the girls like show up because they were like afraid that he's gonna like run off the Valkyries. So like, oh hey, I'm his wife. Oh, I'm his girlfriend. Oh, I'm his like servant. Oh, I'm his disciple. And it's like the brother's just like dude, what the fuck?
Like you degenerate.
You degenerate. I'm so sad like the donkey waifu doesn't have the donkey ears.
Oh my god.
Like, come on, like you need to have like the like demi-human attributes. Like, you can't just like turn them completely like that.
You know what she should have said though, instead of like I'm your servant,
what?
Or like I'm his servant, like I'm his bride. It's like what? Like that'd be the best.
Yeah. God.
You can steal that for your story.
I don't want to steal that from his story.
Okay, well, I guess if your story doesn't have donkey waifus, then
Yeah.
that's a loss.
Yeah.
Think that's it for the shows, right?
Yeah. I guess we'll do the Mega Hobbies Part 2 stream tomorrow, probably.
Yeah. Have we settled on a time?
I don't think we have. I don't think we have it scheduled yet. So we
Yeah.
should. We'll schedule it up like after this.
Yep, it'll probably be afternoon, maybe.
Yeah.
Ish.
But yeah, I guess. Yeah, just remember like when I was playing Marvel Unlimited,
Yeah.
like way less stuff happened in Unlimited than I thought happened.
Oh.
Well, one thing like Takulu's like such an asshole for like most of it too.
Yeah.
But also like at first I thought that because he had the game guy thing, like he would give it to Yuko and like they would develop stuff off of the electronics of that.
Yeah.
But I was playing it again and like no one else saw it except for like one of the girls. Like depending on like which option you choose, like one of the girls like borrows it and gets addicted to it. But then
Yeah.
other than that, like no one else like, sees game guy at all.
Doesn't it disappear eventually though?
No, he just like
Oh, it was still there.
it was still there, but then he was like the girl got addicted, so he's like, oh, I'm gonna like pretend it's broken kind of thing.
Oh, okay, maybe that's what I was thinking of.
So in my memory, I thought he used it to like develop the TSF stuff, but he didn't do any of that in Unlimited at all. So all the TSFs were still the same. So like, I guess all the improvements only happened in alternative.
Oh, was that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Guess I must have remembered that part.
And then like there's barely anything else of note happening. I mean, there's a CCSE and then Mount Tengen, and then after Mount Tengen they were just sitting. Oh yeah, he was stuck in jail for a while, and then after that like everyone's like running around because of the alternative programs.
Yeah.
And so like their squad just had nothing to do. So Unlimited was like way shorter than I remembered it being.
Yeah. I think it's what do you call it? It's more focused on like character related stuff. In terms of its like the plot stuff, it's not as dense as like alternative.
Yeah. But yeah, and Kasumi like drew the game guy picture and gave it to him on his birthday in Unlimited.
Oh, was that what it was?
Yeah. So I guess it didn't happen in alternative, or maybe it happens like again in alternative. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, because like Kasumi, I mean, not like Sumika gave it to him on his birthday, so there's like that parallel.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing is that they actually dropped like so many hints of like Kasumi being able to read minds in Unlimited.
Yeah.
And then he was like, and like there's sometimes I think he was doing the part where like Tama's papa like, came over.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was like complaining in his head, and Kasumi was just like nodding with him, and he's like, oh, Kasumi, you can read my mind, and she just like nod, and it was played off as a joke.
Yeah, yeah.
And they just think like, oh, it's funny, and then they go to alternative and like, oh wait, she actually did read his mind. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I think it's basically implied she's like way more powerful than most other psychics too. Like even like of the same generation.
They haven't gotten that in the anime yet, I think.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, so, it was like going to Unlimited again. Like it was like oh, they dropped all these hints like all the way back then.
Yeah. Actually, did you go through extra too? Oh yeah, you
I
did. Did you notice any stuff to like hints?
Can't remember. I went to Tama's route in the like extra replay.
Okay. Well, I think it's a little bit trickier for extra since it's like it branches out a lot more.
Yeah.
But they drop little hints every now and then
Huh.
in various places, I think.
Yeah.
So like, oh, yeah,
Yeah. Like Tama's route was all about her like having anxiety, like doing a contest and stuff, and then in Unlimited we play her like having to be a sniper and stuff. So it's pretty interesting.
yeah. I mean, she's skilled. It's just like she's not good under pressure.
Yeah. Although like by the time you get there, like she already like conquered part of it. Like it wasn't like completely healed, but like she already had made progress on it even before we got there.
Yeah, yeah.
Was there anything else Unlimited? Well, I guess that was the main stuff. But yeah, just like it being shorter than I expected, and then the whole usual like damn old woman boomer, that mountain again thing.
Maybe that part of it makes it feel like.
It was so annoying reading through that part. Like I was basically just spamming the button, like trying to go through it quickly.
Maybe that just like makes it feel way longer.
It would have been even longer if I didn't spam the button though.
Yeah, yeah, but like in your like mentally.
Yeah. But yeah, like I was surprised I actually like went through Unlimited in just one sitting.
Oh,
I think it was shorter than Extra even.
probably. I can imagine that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there were like barely any choices at all, and most of the choices didn't even matter.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, like some of the stuff like the CCSE, like have a bunch of different choices. So I did one, and then like I tried like saving and loading and going back, like try a different choice, and like the choices barely make any difference in the game.
Yeah,
It's basically just who you bone.
yeah. I mean, for that one, the best choice for that is the one you get an alternative. And by choice, I mean you don't make a choice. It's-
CCSE.
yeah, because like the best option is not selectable
Oh.
because it does, it's not physically like an option you can take.
Oh. So you just gotta like extra choices in alternative.
No, alternative is like the choice that he should have made the first time,
Oh.
like that you weren't able to as a game player.
Oh.
That's
Oh.
like,
Oh, for the oil thing.
yeah.
Oh yeah, but like you but they're like, oh, we should take the oil. And like, oh no, we shouldn't take the oil. Blah blah. Blah. And then, oh yeah, like you discovered the boat in Unlimited only you went to pick up the canteen. If you seriously like dump the canteen behind, you don't even know that there's a boat there.
Yeah.
So I guess like when you play the alternative, like like as a player, it's still conceivable that you wouldn't know to like bring the oil.
Well, I mean, alternative is linear though.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's linear, but I felt like because they made that choice in Unlimited, it's kind of like, oh, like some players might not have known about this mode.
Yeah.
Like going into alternative.
Right. Anyway.
Yeah, I guess that's probably it for this week.
Probably.
Yeah, I guess it's because like we had like, all those other like streams and video recordings and stuff. Like we didn't watch as much anime as we usually do, so we're missing a few things. Oh, the episode of 86 that's gonna air later today or maybe it's not now. No, I think we still have a few more hours until it airs. But the next episode of 86 that's gonna air, it should be back on track to the story, unless it got delayed further.
I haven't heard anything, but for all I know, like,
Yeah. So I kind of wonder if you should like watch the two like non-real episodes first, and then getting into the real episodes or something like that.
maybe.
But because they did like it's something like production delay and then an episode and then another production delay and then another episode. I kind of wonder if the second filler thingy is gonna contain stuff from the first like real episode that we missed or not.
I don't know. So should we just go through it in the order that they were released, just to be safe?
Maybe. Well, I guess maybe you can like go through like the filler episodes first, and then if something shows up that like seems like it's spoilery or something, I'll just like end it.
Oh, just like push the emergency button.
Yeah, like
Abort!
sus. Someone went the vent.
Oh my god.
Kind of miss Among Us in a way.
I mean, it still exists technically. Well, they did a bunch of updates, so like there's new like abilities or like roles.
The thing about Among Us is it's really fun if you can get a group to play together. It's completely sucks if you're playing with random people.
Well, yeah.
So like it's not even worth like trying to play random, because like you spend so much time like going into lobbies and just finding people like trolling or just like doing stupid shit.
Uh-huh.
So like only a tiny fraction of games you play will be actually like real games. Not even fun games. Just only a tiny fraction would be games where people actually do what they're supposed to do.
Oh.
So yeah. Anyways, that's probably it for this week. So thanks for watching, guys, and keep an eye out for our Mega Hobby stream.
All right.
Tomorrow, I think. Yeah.
Tomorrow, I guess we'll update you guys when we have that planned.
Yeah. I think that I didn't look too much for like spoilers, but I think I saw a few like social media posts. Man, there's some more like pretty
Cultured?
good.
Cultured?
I guess you can say cultured. There's some more like pretty cool figures that are coming. So yeah.
Oh, maybe check out the previous stream if you're curious.
But yeah, check out our previous stream for like Mega Hobby, and we also have a video for the One Hobby 34 if you haven't watched that yet.
Yeah. I guess we'll probably just skip through the stuff we already went through and go to the new stuff we didn't see last time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we should have our newest unboxing video for like Omega Order up in a few days. And man, like, so much money.
I regret everything.
Yeah. Anyway, it was a mistake. Yeah. Also, thank you, Neko T.
Thank you.
But yeah, we'll see you guys again later. And as always, anime was a mistake. Bye.
Bye.